Speaking of validation, you know what really wants your validation? Borderlands 4, but it's not getting it, unfortunately. I played it here on the stream, last stream, I think it was Friday. I was getting frame drops, and then it took like 10-15 minutes to get into the crossplay. That shit is ass. You had to make like a shift account, and it was a bitch to make that shit. It wasn't working at first. Then after spending about 10-15 minutes doing this on stream, making this crossplay shit, we finally get in the game with the boys, JG and Siggy, and the game crashed halfway through the fucking mission. The game that's supposed to be about crossplay and playing with your friends, it doesn't work half the damn time. Literally the very first time the shit crashed. So I just turned the stream off. I was like, I was already only halfway interested in Borderlands 4. I only played it because I got it for free, and the shit crashed on me. So I was like, I'm out of there. And I've seen a lot of clips, people complaining that the frame drops are really bad. Mainly the console version, it seems like, is the worst version. But let's read up on some of these articles about what's going on. Tech experts say that Borderlands 4 on PC runs worse than, damn, they talking about the PC version too. I got it on PS5, that shit was running like ass. Mind you, I'm playing on PS5 Pro. Shit still runs like ass. Than usual for an Unreal Engine 5 game. Advise against badass settings. Damn, bro. It's because the engine is woke, the Unreal Engine 5. That's what Twitter said, the engine's woke. Tech experts say that Borderlands 4 on PC has significant stutter problems and have advised against running the game on its badass graphics settings. Borderlands 4 launched big on Steam, but it's currently sat on mixed user reviews ratings, mostly due to the complaints about how the game runs on PC. Even on high-end rigs, with each PC gamers aren't getting the graphics performance they expect. And it's crazy too, because Borderlands 4 is not a graphically intensive game. It's not a game that's pushing any boundaries. So it probably is an Unreal Engine 5 issue. Gearbox development chief Randy Pitchford has spent some time on social media addressing those complaints, even directly responding to some disgruntled fans with clapbacks. Now the tech experts at Digital Foundry have taken a look at Borderlands 4 on PC, and their initial analysis shows stutter problems that we're familiar with on the Unreal Engine 5. The shit runs like dog shit, blah, 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 blah. Now this happens, right? Games released, they think it's in a good state, but it's not. People are having performance issue. That's cool. Not really, it's not. But if you are transparent, hop on social media and say, hey guys, we fucked up. We thought the game was in a great state, but we're working around the clock to get this fixed as soon as possible. Most people are going to go. But unfortunately, Randy Pitchford, the head of Gearbox, didn't listen, man. And you know the worst part, and before we get to Randy, also, no, Borderlands 4 bug may steal all your fucking skill points. So not only are there performance issues, the game has game-breaking bugs in it that will fuck up your goddamn skill tree. So imagine grinding for 5 hours and you get all your skill points stolen. And the worst part about it is not only is there bugs, glitches, and performance issues, but the head of Gearbox, the creator of Borderlands 4, just does not know how to shut the fuck up. For those who have not been keeping up with the Borderlands drama, after the performance issues and the bugs came out, this man swiftly went to social media. Mind you, TBH QA does note all this. Damn, so you saying they didn't listen, allegedly? This man, the head of the studio, goes to social media and just starts going to war with fans instead of saying, we're gonna fix it. Randy Pitchford snaps back at Borderlands 4 criticism. He says, code your own fucking engine. Borderlands 4 dropped last week, and fans have been pouring hours into the fresh open world environment of Kairos, but the launch hasn't been without issues. On PC, the game's struggling immensely for a vast portion of the community, and that was made Gearbox's leadership, especially Randy Pitchford, the target of criticism. Especially because he said this game was worth like $80 or some shit like that. On Steam, 35% of all reviews are negative, and while Gearbox is hard at work fixing up Borderlands 4 post-launch, disgruntled players are still taking to social media to haggle the CEO of Gearbox. Show us how it's done, please. In a statement on social media, Randy Pitchford, dubbed as sarcasm, however thinly veiled, the CEO wrote in a response to a comment about relying on AI upscale. Code your own fucking engine and show us how it's done then, bitch! I know you just spent $70 on this game and this shit don't work. Let me see you do better, nigga. Fuck your $70. That's what he said. The people doing it now are clearly dumb and don't know what they're doing, and all the support and recommendations in code and architecture from the world's greatest hardware companies and tech companies work with the world's greatest real-time graphics engine coders don't know what to seem to know. And he says sarcasm, bro. This is a PR nightmare. Code your own fucking engine and show us how it's done since your game ain't working. We will be your customer when you pull it off, bitch. The people doing it now are clearly dumb and don't know what they're doing, and all the supporting recommendations of code. So this man just bypassed acknowledging the issues. People are saying, hey, we paid $70 for this game and we really want to play it. We love Borderlands. We heard the game is great. It just doesn't work. Can we get an ETA on when can we expect a patch? I'm just going to stop playing it if it's going to take a month for the patch to drop, and I'll come back in a month. Instead of saying, sorry about that, we're sorry we disappointed you, we're working on a patch, this nigga said, make your own game, pussy. And then if it's good, maybe I'll buy it, pussy. This is a fucking PR nightmare. This is why I always say in Telltale games, choose your own adventures. They give you 4 options. You have 3 different ways to speak, but that 4th option is always ... Sometimes the best option is to not say anything at all. Although I think they should have said something from the official Borderlands account. They should have just been like, hey, we're working fast to fix the game. We're sorry about that. That's all you have to fucking do. That's the crazy part. You could have put that shit in ChatGPT. Hey, ChatGPT, act like a corporate CEO who cares. I'm giving y'all a prompt. Act like a corporate CEO who cares. Come up with an apology for the poor performance and let people know a patch is on the way. They could have easily gave you 3-4 sentences right there. This nigga got on here, started arguing with the fucking fans, bro. This is a PR nightmare. And the worst part is he didn't even acknowledge what the fans are saying. He went straight to bullshitting and saying, make your own game. So since Randy, and I was already kind of pissed off. I told y'all, I turned this game off last Friday because it crashed on me. And I was screaming, Randy fucking Pitchford. Since you wanted to act like this, Randy fucking Pitchford is officially on my shit list, just like World War Bethesda, just like Activision, and just like fucking Andrew Wilson at goddamn EA. Since you don't want to acknowledge that there are issues with this game and we should just make a better game, I got a solution for you. This is what we're going to do, chat. This is going to be the first most interesting uninstall ever. PS5 turn on real quick.
Thanks for the resub. Now I can afford a new Twitch for my locks.
So since Randy Pitchford wants to act like the issues don't exist, I'm gonna do you a bigger favor. I'm gonna say fuck Borderlands 4, and I'm gonna act like it's not on my hard drive. I'm gonna act like I never played this shit, because I honestly don't care that much. You gave me the perfect reason to uninstall this shit. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We got our first uninstall, not even based off the fucking game. I mean, it is the game. The game has issues. It crashed on me. I don't want to see this shit. I already don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't fucking care. It went from, maybe get this shit on sale to fuck this game, bro. I don't care. This shit is goofy. Randy Pitchford. I'm not making a better game, and we're not gonna play your game either. How about that? So ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for the first dumbass uninstall ever. We've had the positive uninstalls, the 21 gun salute. We've had the dramatic negative uninstalls. This is the first thing. I don't care uninstall. We're just gonna I don't care. I don't care. How about that? I was looking for a reason, because I'm gonna be honest. I was like, maybe I'll come back to it on Monday or Tuesday. I'll try it again. But like, cause Siggy was in the group chat. He was like, TBH, are you getting on this shit? I was like, I don't know, man. That shit crashed the first day. That's a bad first impression. The game crashed. I was like, I don't know, man. I saw that article. This nigga said, fuck the fans. All right, well, fuck your game. How about that? We're gonna move on. I'm gonna install Skate instead, and I'm gonna hope that doesn't disappoint me. Although, I'm not gonna hold my breath. I'm not gonna hold my breath for that one either, because the reports on that game is looking bad too. This is a fucking crazy time. So here's how we're gonna wrap up this uninstall, because we already did a big fucking uninstall. If there's any lesson to learn from this, stop shitting on the customer. These people pay $70 for these fucking games. Some of them are 80. They talking about Grand Theft Auto 6 might be $100. You got these $150 bundles, $300 collector's edition for a fucking plastic golden gun in the new goddamn 007 that runs at fucking 007 frame rate. That's why that shit is called 007. Y'all seen the preview for that shit? The game look cool, but it's called 007 because it runs at 7 frames per second. You guys don't get to make whatever the fuck you want and think that you're gonna shit on people that are spending their hard-earned money, especially in this economy. So I'm gonna lead the way and say, fuck Borderlands 4. Your game's not that great. It's not that great. Because even when I was playing it, I'm gonna be honest, even if the shit worked, when I was playing it, I was like, yeah, this is okay. Like, it's just kind of going through the motions. It was just like, you know, you hopping on with the guys, shooting some shit, but it was nothing there that was really moving me. But you know what did move me? Randy fucking Pitchford. You are a dumbass. You're failing your employees. You're failing your fans. Sometimes the best thing you can do is shut the fuck up. So if you want to buy Borderlands 4, do it at your own risk. I'm not recommending it. Fucking Randy. Now I'm gonna move on to the next batch of articles. I'm done talking about this game. Don't ask me about Borderlands 4. That shit is fucking uninstalled. I'm not playing it no more. I'm not playing it. And I hope that shit come to PS4 and blow up your house. Next. Turning my PS5 off, bro. Fucking Randy. This shit out of here. Can't even redeem my code to get the game. This company is dead to me. This nigga can't even redeem the code. Randy pitch fraud. Not only that, they charging $120 for the full experience. I want to hear that shit. I couldn't believe when I read that article. I was like, why are you talking to people like that, bro? How hard? I think, and this is why it deserves the uninstall before we move on. I can't stress this enough. People make mistakes. And as long as you're transparent and honest about it, obviously some people are still going to be pests because some people are emotional. But if you're transparent and honest and eat the L, you're like, okay, we'll just wait for the patch. It is what it is, man. For you to come out and your initial response is make a better game than me, I got a game for you. It's called uninstall. Fuck nigga, get out of here. I'm playing that shit. Eat a dick. Next topic. Let's see. Let's talk some Rockstar stuff. It says the 2K effect. Shit is fucking crazy. Damn, we almost had a reason to boot up the PS5. I got a PS5 Pro. That shit still was running mid. So I'd imagine it's even worse. Hashtag pack watch, bro. Fucking Randy, man. 1 second, y'all. Okay. Imagine if CD Projekt Red did this instead of going, we fucked up. Right, with Cyberpunk. I would have gave the same exact response or whatever. This is supposed to run on the Switch? Nah, man. That shit is not running on the Switch. Next topic, man. Rockstar is already calling Grand Theft Auto 6 the largest game launch in gaming history 7 months out from release, counting a few 100 million chickens before they fucking hatch. Judging by this headline, Rockstar is getting cocky, chat. Quick, name the biggest video game launch of all time. Minecraft? Black Ops? One of the Mario Karts? Wrong answer, all. It's obviously Grand Theft Auto 6. What do you mean? It's not out yet. Well, what's that got to do with anything? That's what Rockstar thinks anyway. The studio has been spotted by the GTA base on Twitter counting its chickens before they hatched in a recent job posting for a lead software engineer. With continued growth of Grand Theft Auto Online and the upcoming release of Grand Theft Auto 6, Rockstar, I don't know how to pronounce that. Prognosticate? We're about to learn a new word, bro.
Prognosticate.
Prognosticate. Foretell. I got the context. Prognosticates. This man trying to fill the word fill out. The successful candidate will lead both the evolution and operation of the data platform supporting that will be the largest game launch in history, ensuring it scales to deliver an exceptional experience for millions of players worldwide. So if you're not following, what this article is saying is there's a listing on LinkedIn that says we need to hire someone who can help us scale because we know we're about to release the biggest video game of all fucking time. They're kind of putting the cart before the horse. Now, look, don't get me wrong. Predicting that GTA 6 will be the biggest video game ever feels a little like predicting the sun will rise in the east and the west. But I can't help but find it amusing that Rockstar is willing to talk about it like it's already an established fact, a full 7 months out from the game's release. And I agree with this. To a degree, they're not wrong. The game is going to sell well. But I think what makes this quote kind of concerning is they're not focused more so on the quality of the game and more so on scaling it, because they're hiring people to scale it so they can make as much money as possible. Because at the end of the day, and I hate to put this out there, I said this on the stream, and I'm not wishing this because I know that a lot of y'all are putting y'all hopes and dreams on Grand Theft Auto 6. A lot of y'all are putting off kids until Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. But the reality is that there is I don't know if it's Earth 1, 2, 3. There is a world where Grand Theft Auto 6, I don't think it would be terrible, but it could be mid. And all it would take is for it to be mid to average to where they would catch all fucking hell. So this is one of those things where like it could come back to bite them. They're talking all this hot shit and then the game comes out and it's just a 7 out of 10. And you're like, I can see the YouTubers clowning them. And you know motherfuckers are looking for a reason to kick you while you're down. So this is another case kind of like the Randy Pitchford shit where it's like, yo, just be quiet, hire who you want, focus on putting out a good product. And then when it does well and it gets good reviews, talk your shit. But you never want to put the cart before the horse, because a lot of people are preying on your downfall. Not me, but there's somebody out there that is. You said, and fuck Randy. And fuck Randy Pitchford, man. That shit is fucking funny, dude. Oh shit. Just like Cyber. That's so fucking random, dude. To be fair, they waited till now. Like that scaling person should have been hired though. I think it's going to be mid regardless. The expectations are already reaching unrealistic levels. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That it is it's small. I say 10% chance that gamers revolt against Grand Theft Auto 6. I think there's a 90% chance it's going to do well critically and fiscally. But there is a 10% chance, I think, that fans turn on it because it doesn't live up to expectations. Not because it's a bad game, but because it doesn't live up to expectations. And an example being is Kingdom Hearts 3. People waited 15 years for that. And Kingdom Hearts 3 is not a terrible game, but it definitely was not worth the 15-year wait. I'll tell you that much. 1 second. Okay. 1 second. Don't remind me of Kingdom Hearts 3 major disappointment. Is there a PS4 version? There will not be a PS4 version. Sorry. So, you know, I think best case scenario, and this has nothing to do with video game. Be humble. Be humble. Don't toot your horn before the train left the station, okay? Unless kids is around, because kids love when people toot the horn on the train. You ever seen Thomas the Train? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I hope it's good though. People's expectations are too high and they're gonna get disappointed. Yeah, because gaming has grown a lot since GTA 4 and 5 came out. Like they're entering a different territory that they've never even accomplished. So it's gonna be interesting to see how it all plays back. As someone who's kind of in the middle, I don't love and I don't hate Grand Theft Auto. It's just something for me to play, and if it's really good, I'll continue to play it. I am sitting back just watching to see how people respond. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on it. In other news, Skate. For those unaware, the new Skate 4 game, or they're just calling it Skate, it's having a bit of a rocky start. Skate server queues lead to complaints about always online requirement. EA's new Skate game, the first in 15 years, launched today in early access, and the free-to-play game is proving popular enough that players are facing server queues due to the player load. Developer Full Circle has now reacted to players' complaints about the server queues. At the time, people are logging into the game to find it requires a constant internet connection, something Full Circle warned about months ago, but isn't going down well with the community today. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, EA, the company worth hundreds of billions of dollars, a company that recently announced they are canceling Black Panther because they want to focus on live service games such as FIFA, Madden, and Skate, for some reason, does not have the server capacity to hold all the players that want to play in their always online game. Interesting. You guys cut the funding for Black Panther, but you still don't have the money for the servers. Interesting. In a statement, developer Full Circle said that there are a lot of players trying to join the Skate service today for launch, and that to mitigate the issues, server queues have been put in place. Full Circle said that the studio is on it and will undertake efforts to improve wait times. Server queues are nothing new for online games. EA's own Battlefield 6 has server queues for its recent multiplayer beta. For example, they can still be annoying though, as players understandably do not want to wait to play. Some people in the Skate subreddit have said they finally got to the front of the queue and joined a session, only to be kicked out due to server issues. Always online complaints. The new Skate is an always online game, something Full Circle disclosed back in April. At the time, the developer said this was necessary due to how the new Skate was designed. The last 3 games weren't always online. Now it's necessary. No, this is just them. This is corporate talk saying we made it online so that we can make money off microtransactions, but we're going to tell you something else because we don't want you to know that. That's what it really is. The game and city are designed to be living, breathing, massive multiplayer skateboarding sandboxes that are always online and always evolving, the studio said. You'll see bigger things evolve, like changes to the city over time, as well as smaller things like live events and other in-game activities. Full Circle added, in order to deliver our vision of a skateboarding world, the game will always require a live connection. But now that Skate has gone live, many are expressing frustration with the always online requirement. Many posts in the Skate subreddit include people voicing their frustration with this, prompting some people to call on EA and Full Circle to release an offline mode. Given that Full Circle has said what is said about the always online being a core part of the Skate design, that might be wishful thinking. I got a prediction for y'all. I looked it up before I started streaming. Matter of fact, I can look it up now. It was not a lot of people playing this game on Steam.
Let it go, bro. Holy.
Yeah. Yeah, the biggest streamer has 157 views, unless I'm looking in the wrong category, because this is the original Skate logo. Is there a different category for Skate, or is this the one? Because it looks like they're playing the new one. Because it's not a lot of people playing right now, guys.
Controls, because I'm used to it.
Yeah, this is the new one. This is the new one. Now, granted, to be fair, Twitch is not a prime indicator of how successful a game is, because it does have queues, but I don't know how big those queues are. Nobody's really making content on it. It dropped at 1 p.m. EST today, so it's been up all day. It's been live for almost 8 hours. At the time of this stream, people that got sponsored to play for an hour and got right off, if it's a different, let me see, let's do the Steam DB. Steam DB. I'd imagine the numbers are probably better there. Yeah, Skate. It's got 78,000. God damn. The reviews are not good, guys. Even still, on launch day, I thought it would have cracked at least 100,000. Like, you guys got to keep in mind, it's all downhill from here. Within a month, I predict there'll probably be 10,000 or less if this game is not good. It's got all negative reviews. I hate to do this, but this is one of those times where I say I hate to be right, but your boy was right again. But you know, I'm still gonna form my own opinion. I'm gonna try the game out myself, man. I'm gonna try this game out myself. I'm playing it right now. There's no Skate, no Hall of Meat. You can't hitch into the back of cars. We're going to keep it moving, and then we're going to get on. Nintendo is acting to protect the industry with Switch 2 game key cards, says Capcom composer. Are you finally going to upgrade it from yellow flags to red flags? It might be in the red flags, man. I honestly forgot about this and only remembered. I feel like they just kind of randomly dropped the game. They didn't really promote it. I found out on Twitter that the game was out. I didn't know it was dropping today. Since Switch 2 launched, one of the hottest topics has been the game key cards, physical items which unlock digital downloads. Critics have said game key cards are anti-consumer, and Japan's National Library has since decreed that they cannot be considered eligible for preservation, which stands to reason as the game key card contains no actual data. However, a Ubisoft staffer recently explained that one reason developers are choosing game key cards is access speed. More recently, composer and former Capcom developer, I don't know how to say his name, I'm not even gonna try to fuck it up. has waded into the debate of Nintendo's side thanks to automation. They said on social media, do physical items outside of digital products last forever? Most of the time they don't, right? Physical things always have a lifespan and will eventually break. Digital products, on the other hand, generally don't have a lifespan. And to this I say cap. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say. So this guy works for Capcom, so of course he's gonna ride with Nintendo because he also works for a corporation that works with the corporation, right? This is cap because this is true. Yeah, physical items don't always last forever, but they tend to last longer than digital. And also the problem with digital is what happens if somebody hacks your servers or blows them up. Then a lot of games can get lost if there are no physical copies. But if there are physical copies floating around and Nintendo servers get blown up, you can then back up the disc or the cartridge and you now have the game. That's why physical copies are great for preservation. Also, it takes control out of the corporation's hand so that we can preserve things. And that's really what it comes down to. That's why he's defending it. Well, digital's forever. No, it's not, bro. We are always one Trojan horse away from getting fucked up. What are you talking about, bro? I don't blame him. I was shocked when he was talking to PC players like that. So like, nah, this is just bullshit to try to trick people into not wanting to buy physicals. I feel like physicals should always be there. Yeah, we're one EMP away from never having Super Mario again. That's why emulators are good. Digital only lasts for as long as they want to keep their servers up. Ding, 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 ding. What happens when we don't get access to it? Just leave your stuff in the hands and we'll take care of it. I promise. Ain't nobody going for that. Ain't nobody going for that, bruh. I don't know why. This is anti-consumer. I don't like this shit, bruh. I don't fucking like this shit. They could take that shit off your hard drive whenever they want. In regards to Sonic, the console wars are back. They're promoting it. Sega has released a new Sonic Racing Crossroads trailer that takes shots at Mario Kart. Are we back to the days of Sega does what Nintendo don't?
We all know that kart racing game. It's great. We don't need to show it to you. But what if you can blast through and race on a whole nother level? What if you could warp across different dimensions, fully customize and build out your machine, and compete head-to-head across different platforms? Or what if you want to roam around on the open road?
That was actually pretty good. Shit. Or you just want to drive around in open spaces and shit. That was pretty good, man. Hey, listen, I'm all for the fuckery. I hope the game gets good reviews, man. Because you can't be talking shit and then your shit don't pop off, bro. I hope this gets great reviews and I hope it sells well because they starting the console war again. For those unaware who are super young, the console war did not start with PlayStation and Xbox. The console war started between Sega and Nintendo. Specifically Sega. Sega released an ad saying that Sega does what Nintendo don't. And ever since then, people have been picking sides. So if you wonder why people are in Twitter spaces talking about PlayStation or Xbox is better and motherfuckers ready to die on the hill for the corporation, blame Sonic. Yeah, the OG rivals. But the game's coming out. People like the beta, so it should do good. New Splinter Cell trailer for the TV show. Check it out. Let's check it out. Console business. Now, hold on. To be fair, yo, shout out to RNO with the super chat. I appreciate you with the big $10 super chat. To be fair, Sega didn't get put out of the console race due to the console wars. That's not how they got. Sega got put out of the console race due to poor decision making. They released the Sega Master System, which was a flop. Then they released the Sega, what was the one? Sega Saturn, which was a flop. So they had two consoles flop back to back due to poor technical design, not enough software. And then their last hurrah was the Dreamcast. And the Dreamcast is an anomaly because if you ask people about the Dreamcast, they love the Dreamcast. I love the Dreamcast, but the Dreamcast was the last Sega console and it failed due to wrong place at wrong time. It was a good console, but, and I cannot stress it enough, for those of you who are not old enough to remember this, the main reason the Dreamcast failed is because the PlayStation 2 had a DVD player in it. Sony killed Sega because PlayStation had a DVD player in it. I know for some of you guys that might be hard to believe, but it had nothing to do with the fucking games. Back in the day, a DVD player was $1,000. So it was and nobody was buying that shit. Everybody had VHS. It was very easy to convince your parents to buy this $200-300 console. Not only does it play games, but it plays DVDs. If they didn't have that DVD player, that console war could have went either way. It is what it is, man. But the Dreamcast was a good console. I do miss the days of the Dreamcast. Shout out to Black Boy 2K with the sub. Still got mine, and it goes for a lot of money too. I think I'll give it like an episode or two. I'll check it out. It looks okay. Can we get a fucking game? How about that, Ubisoft? What's this, Link? New teaser for Marvel Zombies.
Sounds good.
All the Avengers are dead. And they're coming for us.
Okay, that was so cool.
Marvel Zombies, rated TV MA.
We on that. We getting that Gen Z tomorrow, though. I'm excited for that. Gen Z. Oh, yeah, Gen Z. I saw the reviews came out. It got a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. They're saying Gen V. You meant Gen V. You said Gen Z. I was like, Gen Z. Yeah, Gen V had a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, I believe. So, like, the reviews are saying it's fire. So, we on that. We definitely on that. Nigga said Gen Z. What are you talking about? For all two people who still care about Scalebound, we got some Scalebound news. The Xbox game that never was. So one of the developers that worked on Scalebound said things might have went differently if it was backed by Japanese publishers instead of Western publishers. They said blame America. But ultimately, the failure was responsible of Platinum Games and himself as a director. But with Scalebound and this information already out, so I can say it, what we were trying to build was a system where the player controlled both a human protagonist and a dragon together in an adventure, but there was no clear reference or format for us to follow for a game like that, and I think that's why it was easy for some of us to have doubts. Translation, the idea they had was super ambitious, and because they didn't have a blueprint, they had to trailblaze. They wasn't really sure what to do with it, and that actually makes sense, because if you go back and look at the gameplay, I do wonder why we were so excited about Scalebound, because that frame rate on that gameplay was fucking awful. For me personally, overseas publishers seem to have a much stronger desire to see a finished project as quickly as possible. If it had been a Japanese publisher, I feel like they might have given us more leeway. So they felt pressured to get it out now, and they wanted more time to kind of bake in the oven. We're talking about this translation. In the West, all they care about is fucking money. They said they needed more time to come up with a clear, concise, cool idea. And the suits in the West said, we need your fucking money to come out next year. We're talking about this specific title as an example. However, I don't want there to be any misunderstandings. The failure of Scalebound was ultimately the responsibility of Platinum Games, myself as a director included, but because I have now experienced working with overseas publishers, I feel that if the opportunity ever comes again, we'll find a way to take advantage of both sides' strengths. Makes sense. It makes sense. To be honest, this game would have blown up the Xbox One. It would have, because I feel like people forget Scalebound. Like that frame rate was looking horrible. 10 years, it's been 10 years. God damn. You weren't even alive back then. You know that? Fucking crazy. Like, look at this shit. Why were we hyped about this? This shit was chugging. I think this game captivated our imagination, and I think a lot of us, including myself, put our hopes and dreams into this game. Like, oh, we see the potential of it. But if you actually look at it for what it is, this shit running like dog shit, bruh. You sure this is the video? Yeah, this is the video. This is IGN that posted this 10 years ago. 8-minute extended demo from E3, I believe. This is the gameplay. Like, and it's like I didn't remember the frame rate dropping like this. I think we was just excited for this shit, bruh. Lost Soul Aside pre-development ass game. It was running on the PS4. Well, you're making jokes, but it was. Like, this is supposed to come out for the Xbox One, so yeah, it was running on PS4 adjacent hardware. You're not wrong. Oh shit! So there's some more behind the scenes info on Scalebound for those who still care. The human eye couldn't see past 24 frames. Type shit. And then last but not least, we got an update on what's going on in the PS4 universe. Somebody tagged me in a post on Meta Threads of all places, and I got a notification, so I decided to save it. And according to Stephen Keith, he's upset about Genshin Impact. He just recently found out that it's being discontinued on the PS4. He says, "My girlfriend just sent me this. Genshin Impact is discontinuing service on the PS4. This is so lame, sad face. Now my partner's basically forced to buy a PS5 or get a PC capable of running this fucking game, man. And then he says, dang, the majority of you really have a hard on for corporations and hate consumer rights. All right, then, I guess. No, you don't get to, as much as I preach about being pro-consumer and being anti-corporation, you don't get to play that card now, bro. You have a 13-year-old piece of hardware. This has nothing to do with being anti-consumer, okay? You don't get to use an old piece of hardware and be upset that the new shit doesn't run on it. That's how computers work. Computers that used to run Windows XP cannot run Windows 11. And I don't know where you people came from that think this, but it's fucking bananas. I watched a video about like a theory about why Gen Z is so tech illiterate because it doesn't make any fucking sense to me. And they kind of explained it in the gist of the video. They were saying the reason Gen Alpha and Gen Z tend to be tech illiterate compared to millennials is because you guys grew up with the iPad and the iPhone. Like me, the iPhone came out in 2007. That was my junior year of high school. I never had an iPhone in high school. I didn't have a fucking phone, period. That shit was for rich people when the iPhone came out. Yeah, shit is too streamlined now. The UIs, everything is super easy. You don't have to code, you don't have to figure anything out, and it reduces critical thinking. So now you have a group of people that grew up with technology, but they don't know how the technology works, which wasn't the case for me. We had to learn what Control-Alt-Delete did, nigga. Why learn if you can look up everything?
Thanks for the resub.
You do realize that's learning, right? Like,
although not as loyal as Amy's dumbass is to me.
What? That's actually the fucking problem. People, you don't even gotta Google no more. You can ask the damn AI and it'll tell you the answer, and niggas won't do it. What are you talking about, bro? Open the schools. Please stop cutting the funding, Trump. Please stop cutting the funding on the school system, please. You said ban that nigga, bro. Please stop cutting the funding. You said, why learn when we can research? She said, the YouTube chat is funny. They said, oh, brother, why are you doing this to us, man? Oh, shit, man. Oh, my God. But you know what I'm happy about? Jokes aside, I'm happy that the comment section was frying his ass, bro. Shit's 11 years old, bro. The PS6 is launching in Thank you. Thank you. It took about a year. I feel like it took about a year. I was getting a lot of hate a year ago. But fast forward a year, I feel like niggas is waking up and y'all are ready to wage war. Shut the fuck up. We're tired of hearing this shit, bruh. You have an old computer, so you have to do old shit. If you want to do the new shit, you need to get the new shit. That's like me, TBH, being broke as fuck. And the only thing I can afford is a fucking 1908 Ford Model T, and being upset that this shit doesn't drive 200 miles an hour. Nigga, you have a Model T. You better be happy you got that little 2 horsepower. Enjoy your 20 miles an hour, your 5 miles an hour. Over here, we're going 200, bruh. Just make sure to stay in the lane. This is literally what people do. I don't understand why the PS4 equals the Model T. I don't understand. That shit clean though. And no, that shit is clean though. The body is clean though. But I'm strictly talking about what's under the hood, the horsepower, bro. You don't get to complain, bro. You don't. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. Just appreciate your PS4 for what it is and upgrade. And somebody tried to explain to him in the comments too, because he was like, it was running fine before. Why did they end the support? The reason they ended the support is because Genshin Impact is a live service game that continues to get updates. And over the past few years since it came out, it's gotten not only content updates, but it's gotten visual updates, improved to lighting, improvements of frame rates, improvements to textures, things that are only possible to run on the PS5, the Xbox Series, and the PC. So if you want them to, you can't complain that a game is live service and then get upset that they're trying to fulfill the live service aspect. You live service junkies say you want new features, right? Well, in order to produce those new features, they need new hardware to generate new ideas. I don't understand why this is so hard to understand. We need to bring shame back, bro. We need to start making. We gotta start making these kids wear them dunce caps again, man. Put that shit back into school. Put that shit back. I know what a dunce cap is. When you're a fucking moron, they used to make you sit in front of the class with this shit on.